you actually see a bit of a clearing into a large field of red flowers.
Poppies will put them to sleep, and then they'll devour our souls. A quest here? I think yes.
Accursed creatures, playing toys with our tricks. How else are we supposed to eat food anymore? Can't hear anything. Like something's crawling on.
Oh.
Do you see a couple of spiders crawling around the alcove?
Go away. I don't want to kill you. I like spiders. Now go away.
Near your bedroll, there is a hole that's about the size of a fist. Guys, didn't you say there were spiders in the cave last night? You can see that there's thin spider web, and you can sense that the spider webs have a faint magical presence to it.
Do not touch the webs. Spiders can feel the vibration in the webs no matter how far away they are.
Where there's a clearing in the center, it's hundreds of feet wide, and inside of it, there is an absolutely massive spider.
Hey guys, I found a spider boss in the forest. Lots to add. Could be the exit to the floor, not sure. Recommend going with a raid party.
All right, everybody. So welcome back to another episode of Sword Art Online with our special guest,
The tall walker.
6'8" if you had any questions.
and Synapsis. Where did we leave off?
All right, so I took the newbies out for some combat training. We found out there was a giant spider inside of like a nest. So we called in reinforcements, aka the raid. We're on our way back to town. I leveled up everybody to 5.
You all did successfully manage to make it back to town. The lieutenant and Clyde are coming back a little later than everyone else because they stayed out an extra 2 days so that they may explore and go hunting and get Clyde a little bit more experience. You're all back in town. I assume you meet up in the tavern, and most all of your parties are already there. And M, let me tell you, there are a bunch of new faces. All of the tables and chairs are full with various people, some of which you recognize.
Do I see that Clyde leveled up?
As he's coming back with the lieutenant, you notice that he's looking a little bit more fit than usual.
Oh, I go over and I give him a hug, and I'm like, you're growing up. I'm so proud of you. Joyous tears.
He kind of gives you like a little,
Roll his eyes like, I'm going to go say hello to my guildmates.
Oh,
and I will make the rounds.
And then Clyde also goes to embrace you, and he's like, yes, make it last. I've been gone for so long.
So I let go.
He tries to hold you in.
I'm just like, okay, bye. This is a little too long.
Oh, okay. Hugs, I'm not used to, it's fine, don't worry about it. But yeah, no, I'm a level 5 now. Samurai.
Oh, see, I took a level in Bard. I'm an arcane. I am a fighter 4 and an arcane duelist.
A lot of people are wearing emblems and insignias that you recognize from guilds that you are associated with, both yours and other various guilds. You recognize the Mercy Guild, obviously, but you also recognize there are a couple of people you didn't expect to be here. And you see the emblem for a guild called Unity.
Oh.
And you recognize that they are a guild which specializes in horseback riding and exploration, and that they are based off in the north.
Oh, so odds are my friends are here.
Odds are your friends are here.
All right.
So just keep on looking.
I will look around.
Pace through, and you get through. This is about 24 individuals in this tavern right now. It is packed. You're seeing people who are paladins in giant armor, clerics with their holy symbols, but eventually you do hear an, oh, well, look at that. I haven't seen that face in ages. Bring it here, Lieutenant.
Oh, hi, Terran. And as she tries to hug me, I'll just like hold my arm out. No hugs.
What? Why not? Oh, come on. It's been what, 2-3 years? You can't give me a little sugar.
I'll give you a little. Fine, I'll give you a hug, but no sugar.
All right, bring it in. And she gives you an embrace.
Ooh.
No.
You have a wife at home?
I have a wife at home.
I know.
She's a Marine. We serve you.
I know. I go over. I give her a hug. I'm like, I'll give it to you.
Oh, bring it in, sugar. Don't you worry. It seems like her skin is brown, but not in the usual sense. It seems like a rocky, dusty brown. And she has short, chopped hair.
She's a Terran.
No, Reed, a human who is part Earth elemental. Well, in the real life, love, I'm the person who mans all the tanks. But in this world, we don't unfortunately have tanks, but I did pick up something that I have turned into a tank, and that is my majestic stallion, who is outside currently in the stables.
Wait, so you're a cavalier?
Oh, yeah, of course. I'm part of Unity.
The cavalry.
Hey,
Part of the cavalry.
Wilson!
Yeah. And he looks at her. You've
anything
never
like
seen him ogle anything quite this much. Roll a will save.
Ogle her
Her?
like you ogle
She needs to
Clyde.
roll a will save.
Oh yeah, he's one of my boys. Oh no, my boys!
You feel a little jealous right now.
It's a 7 total.
You get a little jealous, like he's never looked at me like that.
Oh, excuse me then. I pointed out a woman, and he's looking at her. Excuse me.
Your fault.
I know.
You shouldn't have pointed out the woman then. Wilson runs over. They have this exchange of they're talking about cartography and map making and horse tending and cavalry formations and charging tactics. And this goes on for like a solid 5 minutes. They've just gone into their own little world and they don't even acknowledge your existence anymore, Em.
I don't know what to do with this situation. I look at it and I walk away.
She's reminiscing with you, but she's also introducing Wilson to some of the other members of Unity. Like he's getting really chummy with
I
them.
go back over. Oh, what's going on over here?
Oh, well, we're actually having like a lot of fun. We're sharing like our horses' names and what tricks they know and like
Romantic. Okay.
and they're telling me all about this northern town that we actually haven't explored yet, and I think it would be pretty cool if we could go up there maybe sometime, because then it would help fill out the map more.
Okay. Well, we can consider doing that, after we do the raid.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, we kind of have a raid to figure out first, which I should probably call this raid to order at some point.
So what do you
I will go up to like the front of the tavern area and kind of get up on a table or all right, everybody come to order. All right, first off, everybody, thank you for coming. We are here because we have the potential of a raid boss. We don't know whether it is just a random encounter boss, a world boss, the floor boss. We have no idea. Here's what we do know. It's a giant spider. I pull up my map as well as screenshots I took and general locations of everything. Here's a spider, very, very large in the center of a giant nest. We're going to have to fight our way to the nest. So in order to fight the way to the nest, we have discovered that there are medium-sized spiders guarding these nests. They are triggered and will attack if you hit any one of their webs. So we're going to have to go through and clear these webs. So we'll have to get some fire mages in front. Cavalier will go through after the webs are cleared and hopefully punch a hole through. Everyone else follows. Once we get in, I wasn't able to see much of the actual area, so it'll kind of be a surprise once we get in there. As for formations, we'll be divvying up party leaders and healers for everybody based on what we have, and our plan is to ride out in about 2 days. Anybody have any questions?
Yeah. So, and you realize that Selena's raising her hand. What if it was friendly and it was just wanting our help? You hear a couple of people mumbling and a couple of other individuals laughing, like, choosing it.
Sweetheart, that's not how this...
Do we have a druid in this group? That's the only reason why she's saying this, just so you know.
You're welcome to once we get there, but I can guarantee you it's probably not going to work. Shoot first, ask questions later.
Do you mind if maybe we try?
I have a plan. If you really want to do it that, what we could do is we could fly you up the opening, lower you with a rope, hang you in there, and see what happens.
Basically dangling her like bait over a chum of sharks.
Exactly.
I would say no to that, and we're going to go with the original plan. If you get there and you want to find a spider and you can try to talk to it, sure. Go join the scouting party.
Then, I mean, you're the leader. Who's part of the scouting party? And a couple of people raise their hands. They're like, well, I mean, we're designated scouts.
I will talk to all of the party leaders individually. Scouts are with me first. Let's go figure that out.
Okay.
So,
This is actually technically your mission, even though he's kind of taking charge.
all of you who are part of the scouting, follow me outside. The rest of you continue to mingle among yourselves and form parties. Make sure you have at least one tank and one healer per party.
Okay, there are 3 individuals who will head out with you. Selena also does come out.
You can be in charge.
I mean, what about the lady that hired us? She points to you two, her and yourself.
Yeah, she
You
hired.
seem to kind of be taking charge.
Well, she doesn't have much experience. You can go ask her, but I'm.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna get her opinion. And so she runs in. She like dupes inside, and she's like, "Hey, Miss Lady that hired us.
Hi, Selena.
What's your name?"
Snow.
Oh, hey, Snow. Okay. So I was wondering, like, the lieutenant kind of seems to be doing everything around here. I
It's
mean,
his job. He's what he's used to. He's a lieutenant.
I know this. She's just saying. I was just wondering, like, I overheard something earlier saying that you were a bard. Wouldn't you like to do like an emissary diplomatic approach to the
Seduction?
before
Do you
the?
want me to seduce the spider?
No, I'm just thinking, what if they're friendly and they just want to cuddle?
I'm gonna die.
Well, I'm a pacifist. I don't kill things.
I mean, actually, my abilities focus on intimidate. I didn't even take charm person.
Don't you have diplomacy?
I have 1 point in diplomacy.
Don't you have sense motive?
Yes, I do. I do have that.
Shouldn't we try talking to them to like see if they're nice people before we go slaughtering the
They're
innocent?
not people.
Shouldn't we go and see if they're nice, cute little furry, fuzzy
Okay.
animals before we go and kill them all?
Should I roll a will save since she keeps bothering me about it? Because I'm pretty weak-hearted when it comes to people annoying me.
Sure, go for it.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's a crit fail. Okay, fine. I'll go with you. I'll do whatever you want. Just stop asking me.
Yay! Okay, you'll join the scouting party. So we'll be a little group of 5. Unless you wanted to like substitute people, I'm sure the lieutenant wouldn't mind. But
I look to see where Clyde is and where Wilson is.
Clyde and Wilson are actually both talking with Unity.
Oh my god, I'm jealous.
Both of your boys are being kidnapped.
No, I go over and I grab them by the scruffs of their collars. I'm like, "You're coming with me. I need you."
What? But we were just talking. But Jen's
Stop
like, but there's
flirting with the
another
pretty
lady. But I wasn't flirting.
Stop flirting with the pretty lady. Come on, we got business.
And the as you called her, pretty lady walks up. She's like, "What seems to be the problem here?"
Oh god, dang it.
I mean, we were just having a quaint little conversation, and they actually said that they wanted to join some of my other cavaliers in a formation.
At this point, I'll walk back inside. Where's my healer for my scouts?
What? I'm here. What do you need?
Have you decided what you're doing yet?
I mean, I grabbed her, and she's grabbing other people, and she said she might be making substitutions.
All right, Selena, you heard Snow.
Well, I mean, she said she's coming.
Oh, yeah, they're coming with me.
Wait, you are going with them?
I'll go with them.
We're trying to keep a small scouting party.
No, you're losing some of your rangers, man. I'm throwing them out there. I refuse to let Unity take my men.
But you guys aren't scouty or stealthy. This is not solid tactics.
I failed my will save.
I'm aware, but it's not solid tactics.
I am not a tactical person.
Do you want to die?
We're not going to die.
You don't know that.
We're not going to die. Right, Wilson? Right, Clyde?
We might die.
This is honest.
I mean, the pretty lady, the other leader of Unity over there, she happened to say that there is a nice cavalry formation that has been lacking samurais for good ranged combat.
For what? And when?
Well, you know,
Right?
yeah,
That's what he's saying.
I was paired with Molly, Suzette, and Valentine.
There's a lot of female names in there. I
There-
say that. I said there's a lot of female names
well,
in there.
you know,
You haven't
but
met
just-
Molly, Suzette.
I have not had the pleasure yet,
Oh,
but
yeah.
I'm sure.
I know some nice girls.
Well, only 2 of them are girls. One of them's a guy. And then we are going to be picking up another cleric. Actually, I think Valentine's the cleric, now that I think about it. But yeah, we were going to form a party of 4. We might bring a paladin along with us as long as he has a mount, because we're trying to stay very nimble.
Are you substituting scouts, or am I just sending my boys out?
Send your boys out. I'll sit here in a corner.
But we have the diplomacy mission.
All right, Selena.
And then Crystal runs up and she's like, "Oh my gosh, no. You don't understand. Selena is a bundle of fun and she's a really good talker. You should really consider giving her a chance on a diplomacy route." I'm a master of disguise, Lieutenant. Trust me, if I was part of the scouting party, the spiders would never know I'm there until I am suckling from the venomous fangs of their mother. And then both Selena and Crystal run up to you, Em, and they are giving you the puppy dog eyes. And they are begging. Roll a will save.
And I'm looking very, very pissed off at this point.
Stuck going with the females.
Girl, stay up. Oh, and Selena runs up to you and she's like, "Well, Lieutenant, I mean, if you're really that concerned about us staying alive, you could always watch us."
but I was planning to stay here and coordinate the raid.
The scouting party wouldn't leave until tomorrow morning anyways.
To be honest, our contract's over because we're back, and you still haven't paid me.
It was, 100 gold?
Plus everything I bought for your party.
100 gold per day. You were gone for about 5 days in total. 500 gold, plus he spent like 1,000 gold on your...
Didn't we have like a deal or something?
Yeah, when everything was said and done, I get the items back.
This wasn't said and done though, because this is something we added on.
Yeah, I bought them for you and gave them to me, but they're still my items.
No, I'm talking about the whole shabacle.
I think she's saying that she wants to renew your contract so that you are still technically hired to protect her for this mission too.
What do you want to do? You hired me still.
We're going with main force. That's fine.
Okay. Crystal, Selena, and your 3 scouts are heading out, effective immediately.
So I will meet back up with Tara, and we will start planning.
Okay, cool.
How she thinks the best setup would go. Obviously, she's going to be in front.
Basically, she wants the cavaliers to all stick together because they have a lot of teamwork beats. They work in unison really well. She wants her line to basically be in kind of like a B formation where her and her troops, and she's requesting that Wilson.
I can't stop him, but I also don't like it.
She says you could do something like having Galahad, Wilson, and Clyde. So you have a nice mixture of melee, ranged, and heals.
And then I guess I'll be in the air shooting arrows and shotgun.
All right, Doll. So me and the lieutenant, we got together and we talked a little bit. And we were wondering what you wanted your little unit to be like. We normally have parties anywhere from 3 to 5 of units. We were just wondering who you'd want for your party.
So why don't we do this? Why don't you form your own party? You guys be our main force, or part with the main force. I'll meet up with our scouts, cast spot on, and they'll follow me.
All right, that sounds like a plan. Just gather your troops together then.
I'm confused by who left.
You lost Wilson, you lost Clyde, and you lost the other little...
I also don't have Crystal.
I don't have Crystal. She's part of the scouting
Where's
raid.
Grog? Why didn't Grog move?
Big perception check.
I have nobody.
Grog is in the corner. He is currently arm wrestling a bunch of paladins, and they have a keg open.
She snuck off.
She snuck off in the middle of his arm wrestling tournament with a bunch of the big burly paladins.
Another one down. None of these puny mercy members can beat Grog the Mighty. Isn't that right? Crystal? Are you hiding in my shoe again? Where are you?
God, I don't know how to handle a Grog without a Crystal.
It's like a dog without its trainer.
Clyde? I go find Clyde.
Yeah, and he's whoa. Yeah, what can I do for you? No, yeah, and he kind of turns his back to a bunch of individuals whom he is talking to right now.
Yeah, so Crystal ran off. I don't know what to do.
I'm sure he's a competent male individual.
Oh, yeah, sure. Okay, go keep him company.
Why do I'm part of the cavalry division? Why can't you keep him company?
Because I don't want to keep him company.
Well, why can't you get someone else? Like Tiffany or Celia? Some of your other party members.
Because Clyde, you're part of my party.
But I've got to prep
Oh, you have to...
horse-related things.
Yes, horror-related things.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Ho, strangers. Got it.
All right, what are you trying to force him into doing it?
Yeah.
Okay. So you are basically...
22.
So you're basically yelling at this poor lad.
I didn't yell at him. I just glare him down.
And you're glaring at him and like pushing and maneuvering him towards Grog. And you see Grog and he's like, "Oh, are you under my arm or you like?"
Do you see? You see, Clyde? He's all like confused.
Hey, big guy.
Yeah, what you want? I'm looking for Crystal right now.
Yeah, no, she left.
Well, what do you mean she left? Like, she left to go to the bathroom, she left to get changed.
I will walk up to this man and be like, the girl went on a scouting mission. She'll be back later.
Wait, when's later? Like 5
2
minutes?
days and you'll see her again. Until then, you have a lot of paladins. And
What have you done?
Kind of blinks.
What have you done?
And he's like,
But who's gonna press the button?
and he kind of like breaks down and he goes into big man tears. Literally just sat down, hands on face, head down, crying big man tears.
Clyde, do something.
I cannot comfort the acts of the male species. I am better with the ladies.
Are you?
So what are you going to do right now, ma'am?
I tell Clyde, I'm like, give him something good to eat, please.
And then as you move over to Clyde, who's slightly closer to Grog, You just feel this force, and it just pulls you in, and you get absolutely no way to escaping.
It's
And
a crying Grog.
And Grog has pulled you and basically
And me?
grabbed you by the farthest leg, and he pulled you in.
Oh, no, I don't have many friends, but at least besides the one time you abandoned me in the street and thought I could read. But other than that,
Nobody told me that.
you brought us all together, and it's been really wonderful, and I've really appreciated it, and while Crystal's gone, do you mind if I stick with you?
And he's giving these big crocodile tear puppy dog eyes.
Gotta touch me to shoes, and I get my feelings hurt sometimes.
And he blows his nose in your shirt.
I'm going to take a step back and be like, that note, back to play.
Yeah, no, I take my shirt off and just like, I can't.
Alright, so, we're sticking together, right, Snow?
Yeah, and Clyde, you're going to make him something really good to eat.
I can work on the biggest roast mutton you have ever seen. It's gonna be big. It's gonna be delicious. Imagine an entire leg of lamb, but 2 times the normal size.
You go to the store.
When all of you people sleep, I cook, okay? Thank you.
Alright, who else is joining us?
I have no idea. I'm trying to kidnap Clyde back because it's too much temptation.
Do you really think he has any chances with them?
No, but still.
So why are you worried? Are you jealous?
I'm always jealous. I'm the jealous type.
We could ask if Tiffany and Celia would want to join us, but I was traveling with Crystal and Selena, and they were getting along together really well. Once the scouting's done, I'm sure they wouldn't mind joining us. And then that would meet what everyone was saying, where you had to have a big burly guy. I meet that requirement. And then we have someone who does the little magics and heals. And then you can, I think you could do some damage. I've seen you shoot things with your little wooden stick over there. I think we'd be fine.
I'm going to go talk to Terran.
Okay.
I've given her all the information. I'm telling her she's raid leader. I'm going to go join the scouts.
Well, you better hurry and leave then, because, you're going to have to catch up with them.
See ya.
He leaves. He's going on the scouting party. But in the meantime, what are you up to right now, Em?
Go check on the progress of all the other stuff that I had, of that pelt that I had Tiffany and Celia working on.
Well, hello there. I didn't expect to see you here today.
Yeah, neither did I.
I heard quite a commotion going on down there at the tavern. Is everything all right?
Yeah, Wilson was kidnapped, so was Clyde. I got Clyde back, I think, but no, in like a different way.
What do you mean they were kidnapped? Do we need to come over there and help? Was there like a new quest, like side mission going on? Like, gotta go rescue people?
We're raid bossing.
Oh, fun. I actually saw that there was a message about that.
Yes, we did see that there was a message about that, but we figured we aren't all that useful. I could maybe cast some divination spells and scry on the area.
That'd be useful. On the other hand, how's the pelt going?
Well, we actually got I'm not gonna lie, he might have overworked a little. We added on a couple of extra additional. It's great quality item, but it might take us another day or two.
What did you guys do to it?
Well, you see, he wanted me to, on top of everything else it did, be able to infuse it with a bit of armor for you. Give you a little bit of a natural bonus so that you could actually wear it on top of everything.
So you see right now, it's going to give you a +4 bonus to your constitution, but on top of that, give you a +4 bonus to your natural armor class, and can be worn on top of everything, including your armor.
Oh man, that's sexy.
But right now, this actually is going to probably be around about 1,000 gold piece item.
Mm-hmm. I already owe them so much money, and I owe other people money. I'm going into debt.
Anything else you want to do? They said it would take another day or two.
Need to know where Pelias lives. I want the bear heads he has.
He has a fire spit set up, and on top of it, you see a slab of meat. 8 times larger than your head, with a stick slammed right through it and just rotating over a fire. Well seasoned, and you see a bunch of little other tiny pieces of meat, and there are a couple of people surrounding the campfire with him. Hear laughter and talking and cordial joy being spread around. And you do see that while he's tending to the food, his stuff is kind of laying strewn on a nearby log.
Oh, fascinating. Is the bow there?
The bow is most certainly there, resting on top of his pack with a quiver of arrows.
Does it look similar to my bow?
It looks like your bow, but your bow's missing the vines that kind of wrap around it. But they both are the same make of bow. They're both long bows, I believe, yes?
Okay. I have standards.
Do you?
Yeah. I'll be passive-aggressive.
So she's a basic female.
I have standards. I have standards to uphold.
Okay, so she swaps both. You take the bow. He doesn't even notice. You don't even need to roll a sleight of hand check. He is completely enamored with the conversation he's having with roughly 4 other people as they're standing around the campfire. He's cooking. He's handing out samples and portions, and he's like, "Here, try some of this. Oh, I made a secret recipe. I dipped this in my secret sauce, put a little batter in it."
Wait, I fire an arrow at his feet.
Okay, roll for it. I want to make sure you don't hit him.
I'm not going to. It's a... Yeah. Oh, I quickly go back inside, though.
Okay, you dip and run. He is just like, "Why are there vines? Why are they grabbing?" Wait. That's what my bow does. Does someone else have my bow? Cheeky wizard man. Maybe he sold too. You check in, and Grog is back, and he's a little bit more cheery, and he's jauntily conversing with a couple of paladins, including Gallahan.
Okay. I will go over now.
Yes, I know. I once wrestled a bear with just this one arm. I put him in a headlock and I repeatedly punched him in the face until he was unconscious. Oh, you wrestled a regular bear? I'll grow right up and I'll grab the dire bear and I'll squeeze the life out of him until he tried to claw free, and that's how I got these scars.
Shows his chest, and he has 2 giant, massive bear scars on his chest.
Wasn't one of those from, like, when you got clawed in the chest?
Yeah, from the dire bear. Oh, hi, Snow. Nice to see you around again. Oh, who'd you recruit? Get anyone?
Oh, yeah, I didn't do anything with that.
You can always message Crystal and Selena and ask them if they'd like to join us once the scouting party's done.
Or I'll send a message to Crystal.
Why did you not come with us in the first time? We had a really fun girls' day out the other time, and now you're not joining us. We could have talked about all the flowers we saw on the way, and all the butterflies.
For that exact reason.
Well, I know, it would have been so much fun. You're not used to having fun. That's the issue. We need to get you, and we're going to have a girls' day. You're going to be pampered. We're going to go shopping, and we're going to go out and get manicures and facials. And we're going to give you some new nail polish, and we're going to get a complete makeover. It's going to be great. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Thanks for messaging me, Snow.
That's why I didn't go. That's why.
Message her this?
No.
Okay, what do you message her?
That's it.
Oh, you just said hi, Chris?
I said, party up when you get back. That was it.
Yeah, sure. I don't think that would be a problem. Who else with your party?
Frog, B, you. It's gorgeous.
I mean, aren't we supposed to have healers? I'm with Selena, and Selena was really nice when she was with us, but also Gallahan's really good. He's a paladin. He'd be another good front line, and Grog gets along with him really well.
Saying she doesn't want to be with both of those girls. So what she's saying is, wait, where's LT? Oh, he's gone. I'm going to go join him.
That's up to her. Her character can do whatever she wants.
My character is too overwhelmed to even do anything right now. Doesn't like making these big decisions. And also she does not like being...
Well, your character's going to have to learn to tell people no.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, no, basically the only people I have right now are Grog and Crystal. I'm trying to get Clyde back.
So you're messaging Crystal this?
Yeah.
Okay, that would be great. And then that would be 4, so we could have one more. We should probably get a healer. So, I mean, I could always bring Selena.
Just bring Selena.
Really?
Just do it.
Bring it too? Oh my gosh, it's going to be so fun.
I hate children.
All right, I'm going to roll my survival check.
Yeah, roll your survival checks and make perception checks as well.
It's
You've got
it's
survival.
plus 18.
Yeah.
So it's 26, 24 for the survival for 18.
See how you managed to head on the right course, and you're actually a little bit more perceptive when notating basically where certain branches of the webbing are kind of closer and not as dense, because you can see that it's not a perfect sphere. You can also tell that there are a lot of tiny holes where you are, where it is really further out, but inside those holes there is webbing inside there.
Or so we could just send fire through this and just burn out all the holes.
Arguably you could do, but yeah, you'd have to get basically a bunch of fire-related majors. We don't know how deep the tunnel system goes.
All right, I'm going to tell them, keep scouting. I'm going to keep joining them, and I'll give them like a place to meet up in the evening. We meet up every night.
Whenever they find anything of interest, they'll basically send you a message. So basically, as we discussed, it's kind of like a 3-tier system, where the center is basically 300 feet, and then in the second tier, the exact center is where the wall is, where it's roughly 5 foot thick, 30 foot tall. And then once you get into the second tier, that's where it gets really dense and hard to traverse for anything that's a large creature. So again, if you wanted to get your cavalry units in there, you would have to hack and slash or burn through a lot of those webs. Yeah, and this spider soak does have a couple of magical properties to it. I don't even know what that would do.
I guess that's day 1 then.
You get a message from Terran saying, this web is really big and everything, but you think it might be smart to possibly attack from 2 locations at once, sending out a little side force to distract a
What
number.
I was saying earlier.
But yeah, the distract force and everything, and our cavaliers can maybe attack somewhere over here, a little bit closer to more of the west of it. If they split up, this would basically draw a lot of the spiders' attentions, and then they could just back up and run, and basically disengage the combat with those spiders without too much of an issue.
So these guys go in first as a distraction. Once they get aggro, these guys go in and they retreat and come back and join us.
Yeah. There seem to be 2 options right here. If we could manage to distract during the night, seems like their forces would really spread thin, so we might have
also
to deal.
The ones that are in the nest are going to be more active.
We can maybe try and take them when they're sleeping, but I think it's going to probably take us a while to get all the way through the center, by which time a lot of them will wake up. And also that means that everyone's nest. If we attack them at night, some of them might be further out and might not be able to get back to us.
However, we don't know how many are out, how many are actually in the nest. How quick is our recall? Is it like a crystal? As soon as we break it, we go back?
It's not instantaneous. It takes maybe like a second. It would be a standard action in combat, but you know you can't use it in combat.
All right, I'm going to try that then. I will wait until the next day cycle when I think they're asleep. I'm going to go fly up and straight down. I'll cast some visibility on myself. My stealth roll is 36. And I'm making sure I'm not hitting webs.
Yep.
13 plus 4 plus 5, so 21.
So you see that during the daytime there's a large number of spiders. There's the one big spider, and there are a bunch of little spiders around it and right on top of it.
Wait, a little spider on top of the large one?
Yeah.
How little are we talking here?
Size of your thumb.
Does it appear to be anything special? What do I roll? Perception for that?
Yeah, perception. And knowledge nature.
All right, so the perception check was a 30. That's perception.
Knowledge
and
nature.
30.
Okay. It seems like a really small version. Big spider, which is a city.
It's like all just the webs, and this is just straight up open. I can fly straight up out, not have to worry about getting hit by anything.
Yeah, basically.
So if I come down within range, just shoot the top part of the bow and fly back out, they're not going to be able to chase me.
So the center walls are only like 30 feet tall here.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as you get out of the initial funnel here, the second layer around here goes up like a good 100.
Yeah, but if I fly straight up how I got in, I won't hit me, right?
You find it unlikely that they would be able to hit you because of distance, but you would lose your invisibility, so you could be seen. So
I'm basically losing an arrow, and like it's flying towards them as I'm flying straight off. I'm going to do it. Okay. I'm going to hit the one on top.
The little one?
I'm just the one on top. I mean,
okay.
I'm also putting a lot. see if I can kill this with just solo boss. All right, so we're going to hit.
Yep. What a hit. You're fine. Rolling to hit. How did you hear?
The hit is a 20.
There was a little tiny spider the size of my thumbnail on top of a big giant spider. He's going and he's shooting it, dumping everything.
How could you kill that thing? That's why you wanted me to go, isn't it?
Yeah, you hit. Roll damage.
That's why you want me to go. You want me to talk to Arachne.
So there's...
Oh, there is a level we can talk to. Oh, well, let's get killed. The little girl's not going to be happy with it.
Oh, yeah, I need to roll to see how she's doing.
And you roll how all of my scouts are doing.
Wait, so you're killing the mini spider?
Mm-hmm. I don't know what it is.
How was he able to see that? She's the size of a thumbnail.
He rolled really high on his perception,
Really high.
and he flew down into the funnel. So he's only like a good 60 feet away. So he just sees a
You're
diminutive...
killing the young princess.
I did nothing. I described the scene, and he took things as
76 damage?
arrow is lobbed, pierces through this tiny little spider, and pins it to the top of the much larger spider.
Would it obliterate it? It's the size of a thumbnail. The arrow's bigger than that.
And then as the big spider starts,
Why would you do that?
and immediately
You're a scouting party. You're not supposed to do anything.
I
immediately
got greedy.
you
He wanted the airstrike.
immediately you see jumping spiders launching across this 300-foot thing and immediately putting webbing over the entire top and closing it. As you leave, I need you to roll 2 reflex saves for me.
Okay.
it was-
So the first one, 13. Second one, 26.
The giant spider in the center that you shot, and then there's now an arrow lodged into it, opens its eyes, blinked a couple of times, and then immediately looked directly at you.
Oh, I got true sight. Nice.
And as it did, you can see it pulled up and its legs, and there's webs attached to its legs, and it drug a giant boulder that was nearby, and it threw it at you.
Oh.
as it was going, it let go of the web that was on its hands, and there's now a giant boulder flying at you. And
How big is this boulder?
the size of a person. This is like a
It's gonna hurt.
good 7 by 7 by 7 spherical boulder.
I mean, I can fly out of the way. It's got to throw this thing hundreds of feet.
Oh, and he threw it all right. And he did.
These are D20s.
Yeah. It's rolling d20s for his boulder damage. He does 47 damage to you with
Ow.
this boulder. Luckily, as the boulder hits you and the web kind of like slings around, and you luckily, even though you were hit by this giant boulder and gaspy prayer, you were able to maneuver yourself and roll out of the way as the web actually goes and almost hit you, grabbed you, and then you see the remnants of the web and the boulder crash back down.
You got way too greedy.
I got way too greedy. I got lucky. I'm gone. Bye.
Why did you decide to do that?
Curiosity. I was wondering if it was controlling that one was the queen, it was controlling the rest of them. They all came.
Well, you killed something.
I killed something, all right.
And
You probably shouldn't have, because I think you activated stuff.
Get a message from Selena, and Selena literally just said, "What did you do?"
Started combat? Question mark. Airstrike. It's called scouting. And I know what one of his abilities is, which is really good.
That's not scouting. Scouting does not activate combat.
Yes, it does. I now know what its first ability does.
That's not true.
But who did I just kill? If I killed the druid, I'm gonna be upset. Like my character, oh no, I can't do this anymore.
Selena messages you. I don't know what you did, but whatever you did, all of the spiders weren't very happy. In fact, they started combat with some of us, but most of them ran back into the center.
That was not what I thought it was. Oh well. You live and you learn.
I should have been paying more attention. I could have stopped you. I wish I was.
Not really. Was it named differently?
What?
Was it named differently?
What was what named differently?
Yeah, I would have seen what its name was.
What?
The little spider?
It
wasn't a PC because I would have seen it was a PC.
It wasn't a PC. It was a creature that you killed. And basically, Selena messaged you, well, there goes diplomacy completely out the window.
I kind of figured that.
There's also the fact that, your scouting party might die.
Oh, that's where I'm going to next is find my scouting party. Like, hey, we're under attack. I'm like, oh, I'm on my way.
So yes, you go back to your scouting party, and they manage to deal with 2 large spiders and a bunch of little spider corpses laying on the ground near your scouting party. Some of your scouting party has fang marks in their arms, but they've treated and cured all the poisons. And Crystal runs up to you, and she's like, "You! What did you do? Why would you attack? We were in the middle of talking with a bunch of spiders, and we were talking to them.
Stop! As soon as you entered diplomacy, why didn't you let us know?
Or you shot something in the middle of their territory. Why didn't you let us know?" And she goes glaring.
Because I
back.
checked all your locations. I knew you guys were all far away. You say you should have told me if you were in diplomacy.
But you knew we wanted to do a diplomatic mission.
Also, scouting parties don't attack. No, you observe. That's what
Not
scouts do.
always.
I thought we were going to try and do a diplomatic approach while we found out more information before we did the assault. That way we could have called off the assault.
I gave you guys a 24-hour head start.
Yeah, I had started to get here, but we had to get here, and then we had to find the spiders, and then I had to communicate with the animals.
Well, too bad. Now we're doing combat.
Oh, but I just talked to the spiders, and they said that we could have a talk with the king because he was...
Did you at least find out if it's the floor boss?
I was going to, and I got to talk to the king, which they invited me to a meeting with, but I'm sure now that we've shot them that they're...
Why wouldn't my scouts have told me, hey, we've made contact? Like, the actual scouts who know what they're doing?
All of them look back and forth. They're like...
I turned to them, why didn't you guys tell me?
I didn't know that they were actually talking spiders. I thought that was...
Literally what I do. I just slap them.
Oh, I mean, yeah, okay, yeah, no, that's fair, but like, I didn't know you could talk to spiders and all that and do this such
Not study other classes?
No, I like bows and woods and stuff, and I like shooting.
So you should know a little.
I like shooting the animals. I don't
It's
talk
the
to
Ranger
them.
Society. What do you expect?
There should be druids in the Ranger Society.
There are a couple of those really weird guys who think they can talk to animals, but I'm sure they can. No, I didn't think she was serious, and I didn't think it was actually a diplomacy mission. I was just scouting out, and we made detailed maps about the area and where we could invade in.
Well, half your mission was a success. The other half, well, the girls' mission failed.
It was only a failure because you went and botched everything. I didn't have time to message you because I was in the middle of a conversation. These things gotta flow naturally.
You can't do 2 things at once?
They gotta
Aren't
flow.
you 30 years old?
They gotta flow naturally. Well, I mean, she is a little older, but I mean, I was doing a lot of the talking, but she's also really good at diplomacy, so I cast a spell so she could talk to them too.
He's go back. We gotta go back anyway. The spiders are on high alert now, so be extra cautious going on forward. We'll meet with the cavalry tomorrow.
Luke, you and your scouting party are going to double back maybe a couple miles out. Well, actually, I mean, you tell me, how far out do you want to go?
Well, we said we're meeting the scouting party there, so
You're going to meet the advancing party here?
Mhm.
So it's going to be nighttime soon. Just letting you know. So where do you want to make camp? Do you want to make camp here? Do you want to meet them a little further out?
Further out. We want to get as far away from those as we can.
Okay, so how far out do you want to go?
As far as we can get before it gets dark, or even after. Who has dark vision in our party?
Most all of them are
I
elves.
feel like we've lost the element of surprise.
A little bit. They know an arrow came. They don't know what. Although I'm sure they're going to sound scouts.
Let me guess. Their scouts aren't going to attack. They're going to count the numbers of people. Because that's what scouting parties do.
Yes. However, most scouting parties, if presented with an opportunity that could be beneficial, will take that opportunity. Like if you say you're a scouting party and all of a sudden you see the kings and like 4 or 5 guards, are you going to sit there or are you going to try to assassinate
But
the
the
king?
problem is you didn't know it was the king.
I did. That's a good gamble.
It was a bad gamble, and you know it. Oh, it was bad.
There was a chance it could have been something good. You never know.
But you could have asked your other party members.
I could have. Figured they would have let me know if something like that important happens.
Shoot, they also would have figured if you would have let them know if you were going to shoot something in the kingdom of spiders.
All right, I'm going to interject. You make it about 10 miles out and you set up camp. Crystal is trying to comfort Selena as she is fuming, constantly messaging. And you get a message from Galahad. I don't mean to bother you, but, yes, so I hear that there was a little bit of,
Miscommunication issue.
And, Selena's a little upset.
Nothing we can do about it now.
So basically, you're sitting out and you are camped. You're entrenched, basically, waiting for the rest of your cavalry. And night befalls. And there is a lot more spider activity.
How far away from the main town?
For a good distance. It's like a 2 or 3 days travel.
Okay, I'm going to stay up all night. What?
The spiders, at first it was just a trickle.
Mhm.
And there was like a few. Again, like you've seen before, 1 or 2 coming in or out from holes in the ground. One came in and crawled in. And it looked at your party, basically. It just had its it crawled in, its 2 front legs popped up, and it kind of looked like it scanned around.
Mhm.
And it put its hand down, and it ran back in the hole immediately. And then, since then, you've been noticing an increased amount of spider activity.
All right, I wake up the TIE fighter. We're leaving. I wake up everybody. We're leaving.
What do you mean we're leaving?
We're leaving.
We made camp like an hour ago.
We're leaving now.
All right, where do you want to go?
Further towards town.
So-
I'm flying. I don't need a horse.
Okay, you can probably cover a good
I'm not leaving that.
20 miles.
I'm not.
Them, maybe like, if they're running, 5.
I don't want to go towards the town. We're going out of the forest, right? Out of the deep forest.
Yes.
I have us go hard for an hour, so horses are hasted. But I'm also, as we're flying, I'm messaging Terran, like, telling her why we left.
Well, I think that was actually pretty reasonable. I heard about the little accident that underwent.
Well, she would have heard that earlier before.
She did, but she didn't want to message anything. I think that they might be attempting to look for the culprit in who may have or may not have shot in their territory.
Probably. They're looking for me. I'll let them find me while you guys go in.
Wait. Explain this again.
Well, they're obviously looking for the culprit.
Right.
Why don't we let them find the culprit and I lead them on a merry chase?
That would make forces dwindle significantly, but then you have to think, how many more can you kill in combat versus how many you would draw the attention of?
Well, they obviously want me bad. If I could get a large size of their force away, I could probably hold my own against the regular medium-sized ones. Especially if they can't catch me.
I'm sure you could outrun them. What I'm basically saying is, how many in combat do you think you could kill versus how many you think you could actually end up facing?
If I go back to closer to their nest and kind of say, hey, I am, come get me, I'm sure they're going to send up quite a few after me.
That's possible. I mean, that's completely up to you as long as you think you'll be safe.
I'll think about it.
So you're about 40 miles away from the nest now. So you set up, everyone makes camp for the night, and for the most part, nothing else happened. You actually don't even see any spiders. The next day happens. Emily, you meet up with Luke's scouting party.
Have I heard?
Oh, you've heard. It has been the talk of the raid the past 24 hours. How the lieutenant went in by himself, one-man army, dove straight into the center of the pit, and shot the king fighters.
Her thoughts about this are in regards to the situation is that, wow, he's really selfish. He wanted the whole loot for himself. I don't know if I trust him.
My character's point of view was, if I can kill this little thing and basically skip the fight, that saved a lot more lives.
Did your character say this?
Yes, potentially it could have saved a lot more lives.
A couple of people go,
Had that little spider been controlling the rest of them and it died right there, boss over, I could have potentially saved up to 24 lives. However, didn't. Might be a little harder now. That's my fault. It was a gamble I was willing to take.
Now there might be fortified.
True.
It might have just been best to relay the information that there is a little spider on top of the thing's head, so it went into it.
I made a judgment call. It might not have been a good one, but I made a call.
We'll see how it goes. It was an absolutely terrible call. I was talking to them and they invited me to
That's
have
also
an
your
entrance
fault.
with the king.
You didn't let anyone know as soon as you made contact. That should have been your first thing.
I made contact, and as soon as I do, they all get harumphy.
And the spider was pretty comfortable on top of that head when I was there.
Yeah, I'm sure it was. I'm sure it was, too. Look, we just talked and we didn't have time to message you. I was in the middle. I was going to message you.
You have 4 people in your party. One of them could have messaged, hey, might not be real or not.
A lieutenant? Just for future. Maybe we need to gather more information. Nachia, stop playing with that ball. For future, maybe we should just gather more information. Take the ball away from her.
The Chia has lost his ball. He's no longer squeaking in the middle of the raid conversation.
For future, let's just gather as much information before we attack without the rest of the group.
Again, I gave you my logic. What's done is done.
We
We'll
understand.
go from there.
We understand. However,
Next time, I will be more cautious.
We don't want to lose
So-
you, sir.
What was your decision on the whole wild goose hunt idea?
I don't know. What do you guys think?
I think that,
If I could get 2 people to come with me, 1 person maybe, so I just basically need someone who can just make sure I stay alive. They don't have to be in combat. They just need to basically be far enough where at checkpoints I can check up with them, fortify a position, they heal me back to full, and they take off while I hold a position.
maybe
Hit and run tactics.
just depends on how many there are, but we could always just do the guerrilla tactic. Yeah, everyone could. We could draw out parties. We could draw them out.
We could do that, but that wouldn't work well with the cavalier, especially in the force, because once they get in there, they're going to have to go straight in. What if we draw them straight into the cavaliers and just cavaliers charge straight through them? We could also fortify our own positions, set up trenches, dig pits, all that kind of stuff.
They're spiders. They can crawl through those.
What about fire runes?
I look, Priscilla. We have fireballs.
Oh, really?
Celia's not here. Oh, by the way, Luke, you notice adorned on Snow's shoulders, it is a majestic, and it is like going over her mail and down her arms, is a majestic bear coating of armor, and she looks rather fortuitous.
I look fortuitous.
I look at you, I look at my shining mithril armor and go, meh. We might need to change tactics instead of straighting in. Did she do fire runes? Like Skyrim fire runes?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, I love traps.
Sarah, what do you think?
I think that wouldn't be a bad idea, but the issue is what I've heard the wizard that you're talking about back in Daria. Be another 2 days to get her out here.
That gives us time to fortify, dig traps, defend ourselves, maybe clear some of these trees or clear paths away for sweeping parties.
We didn't come with axes and shovels. We came with swords and shields.
True.
That's completely.
We don't have
up
any
to
wizards
you.
here? Oh, wow.
We came with paladins,
What
clerics.
kind of party doesn't have at least one wizard?
One wizard's back in town.
I'm a bard. I can't do those kinds of spells, but I can get her here pretty quick. Ahem. Celia, Nachia needs you.
DM starts rolling.
She messages you back and says, "No, he's not. He's fine. He's right there with you." And you look down. She's like, "He's sitting. He's upright. He's rather prompt."
Are you She's divinationing.
She's a divination wizard. She just cast scrying on him and saw that he was perfectly fine.
No. You don't understand. We need you, but Nachia needs you as well, so he doesn't die.
Why is he in danger? What have you done?
What has Lieutenant done is more like
I
long
need
lines.
fireball scrolls. A lot of them. Or runes.
You see what I can do. If you need me time to make the materials, then I'm going to be a day delayed, and then it's going to be a day and a half journey just to get to you.
Don't she send things through like Messages and email.
Dot. Still gonna take me a day to make the runes. You have 24 hours. What do you want to do?
Here's what I'm thinking. If we're going to do the runes and the traps idea, we're going to find a good spot for the cavalry to charge. I need to go in and find points. Point A, point B, point C, whatever, leading back to the cavalry where I can have healers stationed.
Okay.
I can come back, kind of fortify myself, shoot a couple spiders, and then run to the next step. But
How close are you aiming to get?
honestly,
Yeah.
I was thinking about walking straight up to the weapon saying, I'm right here. Can we talk? And then just zooming out. Well, or making, like, you know what I did before? Kind of just shot an arrow, waited, and make the explosion go off. Something kind of like that.
Okay.
But with like 2 or 3 fireballs.
So he's discussing tactics with
Aaron.
You're talking with Terran, Gallahan, and a bunch of other scouts and various paladins. Helena walks up to you. I'm going to give it one more shot. The diplomacy mission. We might be able to make peace ties with them.
I intimidate. I took intimidate as
I
my
know,
focus.
But I'm just saying, like, Lieutenant's been running things around here, and while I'm sure he's really good in combat and everything, maybe because I thought you were a bard.
I'm a fighter with 1 level in Bard.
Oh, come on, Snow. We've known each other for how long? You're really good at words and bringing people together.
Know each other for how long?
It's been a couple of weeks.
It's been like a week.
Anyways, besides the point. Yeah, no, I was hoping that maybe we could try the diplomacy one more time. And Snow, listen, you're really, 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 really good at bringing people together. And Crystal's just there tugging on your leg.
Really want me to talk to
Do
spiders?
I see them over there doing this?
You see 3 girls. 2 of them are talking to Snow over there.
I'll walk over. What's all this about?
They both look at you. I don't know. Is it anything, Snow?
I don't know. This relationship is.
A 4'8" girl. The other one's the little halfling, and they're just holding hands and they're batting their eyes at Snow.
Oh no.
Oh, what did you roll?
A will save
Okay,
for pity. And
And
I crit failed. So I'll get down right in front of their faces. I'm sorry. Okay, how about that? You have 36 hours. You're deployed.
Yay! And both of them lunge up and hug you and wrap around your neck.
There. And I'll just stand up with
Does
them
he
still.
blush?
With
Ooh, I
them,
perception check. Does his character blush at all?
and I'll just stand up with them still holding my neck.
Okay, they both drop down. Crystal kind of has to climb down, but she does it very nimbly.
Fine.
All right, are you coming with us? Yeah, I
I'll
think it would be
go.
really fun.
Wait, where's Clyde?
And take Galahad
With other
too.
females.
Take Galahad.
Callahan.
Galahad.
Yes, why, how can I help you?
Going with the girls to the diplomacy mission.
Wonderful. I'm always good on diplomacy.
I messaged Clyde. Clyde,
Yeah, what do you need, sweet cheeks?
come over here.
Of where?
Where I'm at.
Where are you?
If you can't find me, then clearly you need to work on that. You need to have your snow senses on. I'm gonna die. Okay.
We now have a party of Clyde, Gallahan. He does make your way over. Hey, how's it going? There is just a lot of people.
Oh my gosh, Nachia leveled. I forgot to level Nachia.
Ah, the kid! But, no, he didn't. You're level 4.
I'm level 5.
You're level 5?
Level 5.
You're level 5. He leveled up.
Hold on, this is a celebratory moment.
We're going to end with you all going on a diplomacy mission before the raid. Which will give you a little bit more time to strategize with
Oh, we
Terran.
forgot. We just gotta get extra.
and you to gather yourself, Gallahan, Clyde, Crystal, and Selena as you are heading off.
All right, guys, we will see you soon.
All right. See you next time, guys. And don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe if you enjoy our content. See you next time.
Bye.